Okay, here the new topic we are going to start with outputs of data mining. I mean how the outputs of the from the data mining can be extracted. So the different outputs of data mining will reflect the objective being served. So there are many outputs of data mining is there. So one popular form of data mining output is decision tree. What is decision tree? It is a hierarchically branched structure that helps visually follow the steps to make a model-based decision. Means a set of problems are there. They will be arranged in a hierarchy form. So answer of one question will lead you to the another question, and answer of that question will further lead you to another question, and like that you will get your final output or final solution. The tree may have certain attributes such as probabilities assigned to each branch. So in the hierarchy form, each tree will have some attributes such as probabilities assigned will to each branch. A related format is a set of business rules which are if-then statements. So it can be labeled with if and then statements also. A decision tree can be mapped to business rules. If the objective function is prediction, then a decision tree or business rules are the most appropriate model of representing the output. Decision trees is there in the next module, module 4, as a separate chapter. There you can study in detail with example. And so as of now here you understand that decision tree is will be made up like some set of questions. They will be arranged in hierarchy way, and based on if else condition and some criteria, answering one question will lead you to another question, and we can get the final output of the data mining. Another technique, output technique, is the regression. So regression is other way of representing the output of the data mining. The output can be in the form of regression equation or mathematical function that represents the best fitting curve to represent the data. So we get here a best fitting curve using the regression. So this equation may include linear or non-linear. It will be linear regression or non-linear regressions. Regression equations are a good way of representing the output of classification exercises. So it is a good way of representing the output of the data mining where classification exercises are present. Next topic we are going to study is the data mining technique. So data may be mined to help make more efficient decisions in the future, or it may be used to explore the data to find interesting associative patterns. So decision trees are the most popular data mining techniques for many regions. So decision tree is one of the most popular data mining techniques. So let us study about this one by one. Decision trees are easy to understand and easy to use by analysts as well as executives. So this decision tree is very simple and it is easy to understand and use by analysts and executives. They also show a high predictive accuracy. So it provides 100% accurate output or goal in the data mining. Decision trees select the most relevant variables automatically out of all the available variables for decision making. Decision trees are tolerant of data quality issues and do not require much data preparation for the users. So it is a tolerant means if some data are not compatible, then also we can get the output. If some values are missing, then also you can achieve your goal, you can get the output, you can reach the final output in the using the decision trees. So even non-linear relationship can be handled well by decision trees. Here non-linear relationship can also be handled using the very easily using the decision trees. Another technique is the regression. Regression is the most popular statistical data mining technique. So it shows the relationship between two variables. Suppose if x and y variables are there, then x is called independent variable, y is dependent variable. So what is the relation between x and y? That is the regression. So the goal of regression is to derive a smooth, well-defined curve to best the data. Regression analysis techniques, for example, can be used to model and predict the energy consumption as a function of a daily temperature. So here daily temperature, it is the independent variable, and energy consumption is a dependent variable. So here we have to analyze how the daily consumption of the energy is varying with the temperature. So simply plotting the data may show a non-linear curve. Applying a non-linear regression equation will fit the data very well with high accuracy. Once such a regression model has been developed, the energy consumption or on any future day can be predicted using the equation. So once the equation is developed, when a regression model is developed, then based on this equation, we can predict the energy consumption for the different values of the temperature. Suppose in the future, suppose we need to know the energy consumption value for a different temperature. So using this regression model, we can achieve it. The accuracy of the regression model depends entirely upon the data set used and not at all on the algorithm or tools. The accuracy of the regression model depends on entirely upon the data set. It depends on the data available in the algorithm and not at all on the algorithm or tools used. So it accuracy of the regression doesn't depends on the algorithm or tools whatever we use, but it totally depends on the data whatever we use in the data set. Another technique is artificial neural networks. So artificial neural network is a sophisticated data mining technique from the artificial intelligence stream in computer science. So how the different neurons are there in our mind, and if anything happens or different uh, uh, body elements like skin, tongue, and all this thing, it tastes, it senses, it sends to the neurons which is present in our mind, and that neurons will take the appropriate action. So like that only artificial neural network it works. It is a sophisticated data mining technique from the artificial intelligence stream in computer science. It mimics the behavior of human neural structure. Neurons neurons receive stimuli, process the neurons receive stimuli, process them, and communicate their results to other neurons successively, and eventually our neurons output a decision. So neurons receive the data from one neurons, it process those data, communicate with another neurons, and it